Hello, everyone. Welcome back this afternoon to our 4 o'clock update. I'm Todd Strom, Superintendent of South Sioux Schools. We have one large change to our nutrition services. We're going to try something different next week with feeding to make sure we get some more grab-and-go meals out. So we're going to have a big change there. So I need you to get close and listen. Erin Heineman is with us, but she's going to speak to it. So make sure you can hear. And then Lance will also talk about how that's going to be shared out. So this isn't the only time you're going to hear the information. We'll also put it out on social media and share that. Another important change is our morning broadcast is going to move next week to 9 a.m. So starting Monday, we're going to be broadcasting at 9 a.m. and then 4 p.m. again for the live stream. All right, I'd like to turn it over to Erin Heineman, our Director of Business, and she's going to talk about changes in the Grab and Go food program.
Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Friday. It was snowing this morning, and it looks like the sun is shining now, so I think that's a good sign. So starting next week, Monday, March 23rd, we are making changes to how we're doing pickup for meals. So starting Monday, pickup will now only be on Mondays and Thursdays. The time is changing from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And like Mr. Strom said, don't feel like you need to take notes. We're going to send this out far and wide this evening and over the weekend. There's only going to be 3 pickup sites starting next week. Pickup sites at Dakota City Elementary, Cardinal Elementary, and Covington Elementary. Like I said, pickup will only be 2 days a week, but you're still going to get meals for 5 days a week. So you will come on Monday, and we will give you breakfast and lunch for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then we want you to come back on Thursday, and we will give you breakfast and lunch for Thursday and Friday. We still do need students to come and pick up the meals. Parents don't have to come if the students are old enough to get to the buildings by themselves, but the students do need to be there. And it's open to any youth in the community, and you can pick up the meals, and they are still free.
Any way you can get there. Drive through, walk up, bike, horse, who knows.
And then we are very excited to let you know that your principals, teachers, and school counselors are going to be out delivering meals to certain locations starting Monday as well. So we're going to be delivering on Monday and Thursdays. The delivery will start at 12:45 in the afternoon, and it'll go until 2 o'clock p.m. or until we run out of food.
Now, this is not door-to-door delivery, so listen to this next part. We're gonna use vehicles, and principals and your staff members that you know from your schools to get out to the neighborhood. So pay attention to where they're going to be. They're not coming right to your door.
So the delivery sites on Monday and Thursday will be Lake Village, Mobile Home Park, Siouxland Estates. Some people like to call it Atacad. Canterbury Village, Riverfront Apartments, and then we're also going to go to Classy Park and park at the baseball field. And if you don't know the addresses for those locations, they will be on the communication that we're sending out. But once again, we're feeding you for 5 days, breakfast and lunch, but you only have to come 2. So if you want delivery, you need to be at those sites Monday and Thursday, starting at 12:45. And on Monday, we'll give you 3 breakfasts, 3 lunches. And then on Thursday, we'll give you 2 breakfasts and 2 lunches.
Yeah, I think on that Clacy Park one, the ball fields they might have that gate up sometimes, but the park's right there. So before you get to the ball field part, if you park right by the park and there's a shelter, it should work really well.
They'll be in our South Sioux City Cardinal vehicles delivering those. So it might be a van or like a Suburban or one of our mini buses, but it'll be one of our South Sioux Cardinal vehicles, not a yellow bus, not a car. It's going to be a South Sioux Cardinal vehicle.
With our logos on it.
Yeah, with the logos on it.
I've updated the PDF on the website, and I sent the link just now. I just shared the link on the chat there. with that. It's not perfect, but we're continuing to make adjustments based upon staffing and the popularity of it. So we're hoping that people take advantage of it, the delivery too, and they're being able to get more meals for one visit, so it cut down on.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I've got a call recorded, or Zyra translated it, and it's helped me record a call that's going to go out tonight. And then I plan to do a secondary call. Along with the call, they'll get an email too and an SMS message, and that should go out again on Sunday night. And that is in addition to all of our other normal social media and remind type stuff that'll go out. So, just help me get the word out and let people know about it.
Yeah, tune into the social media, and we'll give you the details again in writing on this grab and go, and we'll spread it across the community and hopefully feed more children and get a consistent drop off and delivery points and establish and just make it better. So continue to give us feedback. Do we have any frequently asked questions or any chat that's popping up, Lance?
No questions on the chat right now. Let me look in the frequently asked questions. Nothing that was really a question. I had an inquiry about on Let's Talk via the about the student Cardinal time 1:00 today. I did not send that link to staff because it was kind of targeted for students, and we had some feedback that it really wasn't for staff, and we didn't really make it for staff. It was for students, and
we'll continue to review that too. We get some comments on there, and we'll just see if we're going to continue to have that. We just got done with a meeting with all of our principals in the district, and so like I've been telling you, we're working hard behind the scenes on what this education is going to look like going forward. Monday, there's a large meeting of all the heads of the Nebraska Department of Education in the state of Nebraska, and they are presenting a message to the superintendent, so we will know more about what direction they're thinking as far as some of the questions that are out there, like hours of education, days, distance education, how we're going to deliver the curriculum going forward. Just know that the things we're working on are practices and procedures that we want to make sure are sustainable. So when we start school back up, those are going to be learning resources or tools that we continue to use. Many of those, one of the positives about this time is it's forced us to be creative and maybe look at some of the things we should have been doing in education, and now it's pushing us to use them, which is great. Sometimes you need that catalyst. But we want to make sure there's all kinds of great ideas out there. I'm getting suggestions from teachers, and so are our principals. Our principals are suggesting things, and we're just aligning all that so that we don't jump into a bunch of new practices, even though they're all good. And then when we start school back up, we have to abandon them or start changing again. We'd like to make sure that whatever we do for distance learning moving forward here in the near future is something that we can continue to do forever, even when we get back in class and continue to do that. So I know all of you have some great ideas. They're all fantastic ideas. We're highly motivated, especially the educational professionals that are listening. And there's all kinds of tools popping up out there now for online education, for internet access, for tutoring, all kinds of great stuff. And so that's not to say that our kids at home shouldn't be using that. But as far as the district level decisions, we're encouraging our principals and our educators to move in a systematic manner where we're able to adopt those tools and develop those resources and curriculum and the way we communicate in a way that we'll be able to provide equity for all of our students so they all have access to it. They can all receive it at the same time, and we can maintain our PLC process and also the pacing guides for that. So more to come shortly, but just know it's been a busy, stressful, and emotional week, I know, for everyone, but especially here at the district office. But amongst all that, there's been a ton of work going on by our administrators and our teachers regarding what the near future looks like. And last night I happened to be in the grocery store, and I know some of you students are asking about that. What's out? When are we going to go into e-learning? When are we going to do this? Remember what our plan was. Our plan was 10 days of education. We're going to stick to that. So you have 10 days of assignments and work to maintain your education. So please complete that and keep working on that, and then we'll keep you abreast of what's in the works here and what develops. But there's a good solid plan in place, and there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes, and just be confident that we're looking out for everyone and we're all in this together. So thank you all for we've got questions.
2 additional questions here. They're basically the same thing. Can staff access the buildings over the weekend?
Okay. You know what? I don't really know the question. I think right now all buildings are being cleaned. We haven't turned off any key fobs or anything like that. So if you go into the building, I would say the buildings are accessible. Just make sure you maintain your social distance and get what you need if you're an employee, for employees only. You can't bring visitors, children, anybody else with you. And I know there has been some fairly intensive maintenance work going on. Like I know some of the floors are stripped. If you listen to Doyle's message this morning, back up to this morning's live stream and listen to Doyle. He's telling you, or he told us this morning what they're doing as far as which floors and which buildings and so on. But if there's yellow tape, it's probably wet wax, or it's been stripped, or there's chemicals. So just be careful, be cautious. But further directions to come on that.
Yeah, we had a question too from, I believe it's a teacher, that were asked that we were told that we would use Google Classroom if we do distance learning and to familiarize ourselves with it. Do we need to set up our classrooms on this, or is that the tech team? But I think that there'll be instructions coming on.
Yeah, we just got done with the principals meeting, and Google Classroom continues to be the tool that we will be rolling out to provide future distance education. So you're correct on that. What to do with it, though, those details will be coming. Good question. Thank you all. Have a great weekend. Thanks for all your input and support. We're getting tons of support and messages from not only our teachers and parents and students, but also from across the community. So Cardinal strong. Have a good weekend. Be healthy.